what? I'm not going to go to any of my finals. I'm just going to run naked through the quad and throw a brick through the Dean's window. Okay? That's what this did to this draft. It's hard to look at what preceded it and see it as a success because the finishing was just not there.
I mean,
you got to have...
What is it that you just don't see ever happening in this game for EXTREMUM that for you, from your perspective, makes it look pretty darn hard for EXTREMUM to get a win here with this lineup?
Well, it's just that the matchups don't favor them. You have now to really just rely on the Mars plus the support combo. You drop the arena, and then all this magic damage from the 4 and 5 come in. Yeah, that's pretty solid, but Na'Vi can play so fast. It's so much easier for them to make plays. The PA has a really easily to understand just item progression. And I think Iceberg's just going to run away with it. Like, this man's going to smash.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at sort of the lane matchups, there's nothing that's going to be tough for Na'Vi in that sense either.
30 seconds to battle.
I could see maybe the Darkseer lane suffering. You got to figure you knew what you were getting into with this Ursa pick. There's a Death Prophet with him, so maybe they're just going to crush this Ramses Darkseer. I mean, it's not a hero we've probably seen him play ever.
Sure.
I think he might have done it once or twice actually on EG, but not a hero we would place with Ramses, considering his legacy.
And it will definitely be something to watch because in the other games, in the last series we saw from Na'Vi, Ramses did definitely have 2 games that he struggled in.
Mm-hmm. And in this case, he's set up for a little more success. I think that, realistically, they're just going to pull the creep wave, mess with mechanics, and eventually just farm camps plus waves, but could be challenging. Never know. But the Ramses and Roger this odd bedfellows, let me tell you. I did not think we would see these guys together again after that VP squad disintegrated a couple of years back. Maybe this top lane too. Snapfire, Mars. BSJ has been very adamant that the little shredder is quite nice. Physical damage as well. Oh my god.
Oh no, Nefrit. I mean, he won't die, but it's you're seeing the potential there. It's not a lovely lane at all for him to play into. 1 stun and just sort of the time passing with these iron shells beating into him. It's a tricky place for the pair to be.
Yeah, it's a really nice job by Roger. Just grabbing the creep wave. Blocks the pull, and now they can just ignore the Ursa. You farm under tower. We're going to get our lane control, no problem.
And you don't sort of see this as a lane where sort of support DP can do much to make it any easier or stop Na'Vi from being able to make these pulls and get the free farm for Ramses?
I think you're just going to trade. There's not too much craziness that can occur. If it was something like a Morphling like Brian wanted, I think this would have been a lot more impactful to the overall game state, because Morph with a couple of Wraith Bands, you can get ahead and just straight up hard farm, hard deny. Mid matchup, relatively even so far. I just realized I didn't really fathom just how much armor Tiny gets from his ultimate. 12, 18, 24 was the change in the last patch. No wonder we keep seeing it. That is so much damage reduction. Every point of armor represents 5% more HP. EHP against physical damage, so you're just absurdly tanky.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some regions.
Plus the damage. I believe
South America, some of the teams, running it as a carry. They're saying this hero is good enough to do so in that sense. Have it that far up in the priority. Bottom lane, Roger, not going to quite go down.
Well, it's also with runes being so plentiful mid, like all Tiny ever suffered from was typically just running out of mana. Use a combo and then your SOL, whereas now there's so many water runes.
Yeah, you're always going to have combos to go and to sort of threaten the enemy mid.
Yeah. So far, just very, very relaxing game. Very chill. No couriers dead. No one getting super low.
I mean, who's going to be the first to die in this sort of game? Well, as you said, it's been pretty passive so far. I mean, where's the mistake going to be made?
I think either Always Wanna Fly is going to die up top, or Nefrit is going to die down bottom. We'll see.
You don't see anything happening in between these two mids, Mellow and Iceberg?
Nah, they're
really
just having fun.
Yeah. Continuing to get a pretty much even trade down mid. Top. Got the burst onto V2, but Always want to fly will be there for him to jump safely over to. Salve still in the lane. So V-Tune's going to be fine.
It's so much minus armor. 5 from the little shredder, then the Blightstone make it 7. You take a spear and a rebuke to the face, as you can see. That's at least a salve worth of damage for V-Tune.
Bottom. Oh, it's going to be fine. They've still got probably their last out top lane. Always want to fly. He is indeed going to be the first blood. EXTREMUM will take him down. V-Tune, see if he can get Chu in return. Well, they will. Chu trying to salve up between the hits, but not enough health being regen by that. So get the trade. First blood for EXTREMUM, but V-Tune in return is able to get a solo kill.
I think you love this if you're Na'Vi. You can already see, yeah, V-Tune just buying a whole bunch of items, some regen. Yeah. They always want to fly. Thank you for your sacrifice. I'll take that bonus gold. Now be my walking courier, please. Well, teleporting courier. Bottom. Ramses.
Still got the surge, so he will be fine.
They're doing really well down bottom, though. Forcing at least 2 salves and a full set of tangos from Nefrit already. Even in CS.
Yeah, I mean, so far as well, it's just all 6 cores having a decent time. Nobody is struggling.
The thing that concerns me about this Na'Vi lineup is... Oh, hang on. Maybe they'll actually... No. It's not a bad draft by any means, but it's just not really complex. You know, when we watch some of the squads of the Western European, like OG, Nigma, Liquid, Alliance, like they all come in, and you're like, okay, the sum of these parts is stronger than the individual heroes. Na'Vi, it's pretty much just, okay, survive lanes, and then Wind Ranger PA will kill stuff. But there's no huge power spike. The team fight is kind of just, you know, vac into maybe a Nick stun, but I don't think that that's going to be something realistic. We'll just see. Tiny's off to a great lead, though. 37-4 against the 30-2.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Pretty much every CS.
It's nearly going to have the phase boots. I mean, as sort of a tiny mid, you know, what's the plan? Are you still sticking around this area farming your item after the phase, or do you get the phase and you start making, you know, is it sort of the run towards the cores in the side lanes and get involved there?
I think you can consider making some moves for sure. A power rune would be excellent. Yeah. We're going to see them spawn first round in 10 seconds.
Now bringing Chu over as well to have an extra shot at maybe even finding something mid. Fortune does favour Melo here. And it's just going to be a regen. So not the sort of the active rune that he would have hoped for. Iceberg not able to commit onto Chu.
Ooh, yeah, Melodual TP.
A short TP there from what the rune to the tower.
Making sure Chu is. Shavash also spent some time on Na'Vi, didn't he?
He did, I believe, back in the around sort of what, like the Zayats days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that team. Everybody, you know, there's a lot of Na'Vi players and veterans.
A lot of Na'Vi squads. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just because it's always been that org that's always been there, right? There's never not been a Na'Vi. There's always been a Na'Vi. Yeah.
It was the same back when I was still playing with Complexity. I think at a point there's like 60 or 70 players that have said like, I've played for Cole.
See top Melo. He is trying to make these moves, but a little too tricky up top. Inkswell on the creep wave, and he can't pass it. So always want to fly able to keep he and V-Tune safe on this top lane.
Bit of an awkward move. Would not have expected. He's abandoned bottom. Don't really think you're going to get much of a tower push going up here either.
See bottom trying to get aggressive. Some good body blocks onto G. The vacuum as well, G. Yeah, the siphons aren't going to be enough to outdo the damage coming out from these iron shells. Might even be able to dive in onto Nefrit. Good stun from Roger. Will clip him. As Nefrit, he's got to try and fight his way out of it. He's going to manage to hit the 6 off that creep. Turns towards Roger, but Roger's got the spike carapace. And Roger's away. Nefrit's still alive. But they're ready to dive in for more, maybe. Ramses and Roger, they'll turn towards Chu. More TP's coming in, and they need to. They've got to protect the Ursa. As Nefrit's able to turn, take down Roger. Ramses on the way out as G comes back over.
I think Ramses might be accepting death here. He has no TP, but he's going to get as much farm as he possibly can.
He's just a level 1 nuke, though, so he's going to need a fair few right clicks in. And he's going to have I think he's fine. He's going to have surge in a second. He's going to be able to run this, yeah.
They get top tower as well, but half damage onto the mid tower by Iceberg, who's just been free farming here whilst the Tiny was MIA top lane. Very strange rotation though, because the Mars lane, Shachalo was doing great, but then you bring the Tiny there. It's one of those scenarios where I actually think taking the safe lane tower too early hurts you. Because now top is unsafe for Shachlo, and Vtoon will just be able to farm more creeps. Like now the wave gets even closer to his jungle. That's where he'll take it. He'll push 2 or 3, power push it, and then back to the woods.
That's true. Because what otherwise you would imagine Vtoon would have been in a position where he would have been forced to the jungle, but he wouldn't have had this luxury of this this tier 2 creep meat tower.
Yeah, you can't actually keep him off creeps now, and you're forced out of the lane. So, okay.
I mean, if you use this to make
maybe,
these sort of moves, but it's a hard move to make.
Yeah,
I mean, Vtoon, he's just ready to turn. He's straining onto Chu. Chu's gone.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it feels awkward now, right? This top side of the map because
he's not even pushing the lane yet. He's like, oh, that's fine. I'll get my 8 creeps a minute. That's okay with me. I'll just keep it right here. So even though he was losing the lane and against an overleveled offlaner, now he's just free farming much like the Ursa. Oh, hang on. I spoke too soon.
This time he should have him with the damage. Ooh. Oh, the tree. Yeah, he's got him. Nicely done there by Mello. Will manage to get back in, take him down. He's going to lose his life for it, though. Iceberg coming in with the setup from Always Wanna Fly. They'll take down Mello in return. So Na'Vi's still able to come out on top of that trade.
But another missed cookie.
Can they get Roger? They've got the slow.
Surge in a second. One more hit.
Oh, actually got the stun in the vacuum. They're going to try and turn on to Nefret. Nefret's gone. Vtoon actually the one to be able to TP in and get the kill for himself. Very nice move there from Vtoon. As he's in, the classic carry turning up at the last moment to get that last hit in. And look at this wraparound from Always Wanna Fly and Iceberg, Chu and Shashlo. They're going to be in a whole world of trouble here. Arena is going to get dropped down, and actually that's going to allow them to step onto the side. Chu will still be caught by the AoE as he falls. Vtoon coming in onto Shashlo as he and Iceberg trying to chase him down. Roger coming in from the side, has the setup onto Mellows. The Tiny will go as 3 dead on Extremum. G also going to be chased as Na'Vi get kill after kill after kill after kill. A 4th one in a row there, and getting Vtoon fully involved in all of this action.
Yeah, and a large part of this is straight up just the missed rotation. Well, missed movement, right? Shachlo left top lane, tower died about 8 minutes into the game. The first time he uses Arena is right there. For 2.5 minutes, your strongest hero on map of Extremum is just kind of running around without a place. You don't want to see him farming woods ever, and that's what he really just had to do. Now you're in a scenario, the entire laning phase is broke down. Sure, you killed Vtoon, but you lost your Tiny, and you know the way PA works, deaths later in the game are where it punishes him. When he has the Battle Fury, when you're taking more gold out of his farming pattern. If he dies and then immediately can TP bottom and get active, that's the dream for Vtoon. Tiny also needs a blink ASAP, and he once again has died. Top, and now boom, yeah, you get the kill. It doesn't matter, though, because this hero does not scale the same way.
Sure, well, you feel like the Tiny mid, even though he's getting these kills, if he's dying, like if it's straight sort of him throwing away his life to get something, it's not great. I mean, he's having a giggle here, Iceberg.
Yeah. Tiny, you want level 10, max combo, and blink ASAP, because it is guaranteed kills. Roger, Vtoon, even Iceberg. They might just straight up die in a combo, especially if there's some sort of assistance, any other spell. But now that it's delayed so much, it's going to get harder and harder, and you just don't farm, right? This Blink Dagger does not increase your farm speed whatsoever. It's solely about positioning, finding kills. But, you know, this mid tower is untouched almost on the side of Na'Vi. So you got to smoke, you got to try and make these plays, but Na'Vi are chilling. They got Vtoon, the superstar, playing the hardest carry in this game, as Brian was adamant about. You hate playing Ursa.
There we go, though.
Nice shoot. Have a Battle Fury by 15 minutes.
Now, this little sentry putting a complete stop to this. Mello can't quite get the initiation.
Yeah. Tell you, man, this top lane, that top lane push and rotation.
You're not a fan?
I don't mean to harp on it because it seems innocent enough, but when you bring your mid to kill a tower that doesn't have actual game impact without a real plan, you know, if it's a different kind of carry, if this is a Weaver maybe, a Morphling, maybe even a Spec, you know, some hero that can actually farm top and take that space. That's one thing. But if your strategy is to kill the tower and then move your Mars out without a definitive play to make, If you collapse on mid tower, sure, I'm cool with that. But that's the reason you kill that tower.
Here we go mid. Looking for the setup onto Iceberg. They're going to have the damage. Arena down with the kisses. Iceberg doesn't stand a chance there against the 4 of them, and now they'll move up with the ghosts.
If they did this 4 minutes ago, I'd be thrilled. Now, it's a little tough. Na'Vi look ready to defend.
Yeah, Roger. Maybe looking for the setup. See if they want to make some sort of commitment here onto EXTREMUM. There we go, the Battle Fury timing done. 13 minutes on VTune. And now they're going to look for the lead in Inkswell. As Roger's able to easily set up straight away onto the milestone. Comes out, Cookie over to the side. Shastro pops the stick. Shastro's still alive here, but VTune jumps in straight on top of him, takes him out. Now turns over towards GG. Will be healed up by the Exorcism. The slow won't quite connect, so G will manage to step back. Only losing the 1 there, EXTREMUM.
Nice job, though. They defend the tower. Well done. And the timing for Na'Vi. I said, oof. They have Ags on Darks here at 500 gold. There's a Battle Fury. Look at the size of that Ancient stack.
Yeah, look at these Ancients. It's going to be a juicy one here for VTune when he wants to clean that up.
How many is that? 4 stacks? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 stacks. Smiley face. Hell yeah. That's any carry player's dream.
And they might just get a tower out of this as well, Na'Vi. As Rams is starting to keep the pressure on to this bottom tier 1 tower, also bringing back over Roger. In fact, the full 5-man of Na'Vi starting to head over towards this position. Doesn't look like EXTREMUM will give them the opportunity of a fight, though.
Yep.
They themselves still eyeing up finishing off this mid-tier 1 tower. And this time round with Na'Vi down bottom, they'll have a better shot of finishing this off. As indeed, Melo's able to take it. And the question is if they can try and maybe get up here and do something about this big old stack of Ancients. It's not going to be easy.
I don't think it's possible, unfortunately. Brian was right. Also, it's Javelin into BKB on Iceberg, it appears. Probably just an MKB straight after. They're thinking about doing something on EXTREMUM here, but you know, you're just not trading too effectively. As this occurs, VTune's taking that quad Ancient stack unopposed.
Nefra's still farming very well. He's level with VTune. You know, this Ursa, he's making progression, but your concern is what in this sort of a game, the Ursa just needs so much more to match what the PA is going to achieve in the fights.
Exactly. It's just because there isn't really a great target. You know, you're reliant on other heroes on your team to find kills. So yeah, that BKB timing will be formidable. Yeah. But you're not going to do too much damage to either the 1 or 2 Na'Vi because the evasion that's built in. The Darkseer of Ramses can just run away from you. You need the Mars Arena. Meanwhile, a BKB PA, your team can't touch him, and suddenly he's leaping directly on top of your support duo.
So down bottom, Melo. Gonna finally catch on VTune. VTune able to jump over to the side. Iceberg, he's gonna come charging in straight away onto the Tiny. They're gonna bring down Melo on the side. Rogers also managed to get himself on top of Chu. As Chu will go down, Melo is able to get a toss off to the side. Chu actually still alive here, finally falls here to the damage of Ramses, as Melo was actually able to make it out of there. With Na'Vi having to head back and commit more to actually kill the Snapfire. So Melo will survive.
Yeah, meanwhile, Nefrit's making, you know, he's got some space off of this. He's quite...
He's doing well. Like, he couldn't be doing any better right now in terms of how, you know, how well he's farming. You know, keeping right level with VTune. And I mean, at what sort of point do you sort of have to say, all right, this Ursa is actually going to be something that Na'Vi had to be pretty scared of in the fight? Is it just when he has the MKB after the BKB?
Yeah. Well, first off, he's going to need... okay, Roger. He's going to need a BKB. They're going to need to win a fight off of it, and then he gets that half item or so ahead of the PA. They hit his timing, and then they go for him. Oof, man, they have not landed these cookies. They will land the
Looking like a pretty dead Roger, though, here.
Very dead. Below so much damage.
Nefrit actually still actually be the one to get the last hit on that, despite the big burst coming out from the God's Rebuke. So, some more money for the bear. Nice balance here, Philosopher's Stone for both team.
BKB soon to be completed on Iceberg and VTune. Iceberg's much closer. That'll be the big timing. I think Roche, yeah, EXTREMUM are thinking about it. You got a lot of minus armor, you have an Ursa. I think you want to take this before the BKBs of Na'Vi come out, because then all of a sudden...
Oh, this is, difficult. It's a nice move here from EXTREMUM. But they're scared. They're scared. They don't want to commit. So I see Na'Vi, I believe, smoked up underneath that mid ward.
Gotta be careful. Iceberg is BKB, so a Yule's into Spear will be devastatingly bad for Extremum. He'll BKB it, and they'll be in some big trouble if there's a turnaround.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, but this, you know, if Extremum can get one, I mean, probably 2 kills, like, they'll have the chance to head into the pit and take it. They've just got to come out on top of a team fight first. And that one team fight would be, you know, if they get a team fight victory, that'll be more than enough for the Roshan to be theirs.
We'll find out. I really think Extreme could have thought about it, but they're just... the Wind Ranger able to freely scout the Roche pit with the power shot, and the threat of a Darkseer in the pit. Gotta be spooky. That Ags on Darkseer also, keep in mind, everybody. Extra health to all allies. Longer duration, so we can just throw it on V-Tune and feel content that for pretty much the entire fight, he'll be good to go.
Na'Vi has now managed to push Extremum right back away from this Roshan area.
Oh, whoa, V-Tune has a BKB as well. Yeah, Na'Vi, you can't fight anymore. This is the big question mark. Yeah, you've got one on Ursa. This could be a great time. The V-Tune TP'd bottom. I think they saw it. So
yeah,
if you take a 4-on-5.
Yeah, without V-Tune.
Yeah.
This is going to be a pretty big move.
This is it.
Yeah.
Iceberg.
There we go, Mello. He's going to be able to get the jump to start things onto Iceberg. Iceberg pops the BKB. He's going to look to turn straight away over towards the Tiny, committing onto Mello with a focus fire. They'll take down Mello. As the Tiny will fall, back over towards the Roche pit. Chu's got his eyes on always want to fly. Nefrit trying to chase Roger, but Roger turns with a stun. Iceberg's able to lie down the shackle onto the 2. There's no follow damage though. Iceberg having to run for now. Chu's going to be able to slow him with a scatter blast. And he's away. So a lot of chaos. Only one person dying. That is just Mello, but of course time has been brought for V-Tune to get himself involved. In he goes with the BKB, turns towards Chu, takes down the Snapfire. Now he's looking towards Nefrit. Nefrit popping the ult, trying to get away. V-Tune who turns his attention over towards Shashlo instead. As they have the catch, they'll manage to add 2 more kills on top of that of the Tiny. As Na'Vi, more than enough time to bring in the PA and take down 3.
You can see, I mean... BKB popped by Nefrit. He's like, Iceberg's like, okay, and Nefrit does what Nate Robinson should have done and just ran away from the fight, because that was not going to end well for him. You can't hit a PA. You need the evasion, Pierce.
It's so tough for the Bear. It's, I mean, as you said from the draft as the last pick, it's just going to be a very hard game for Nefrit, even if he's having as good of a farm as he is right now. Is still opting to go towards the Blink Dagger. I mean, is that still okay here, or would you rather him just go for the MKB so he would be a threat if he gets jumped? Or do you, because the Blink, of course, is gonna speed up his ability to continue to farm at a pace that will keep on track and probably even ahead of V-Tune if he's able to blink around the map a bit easier, and will allow him to jump onto some of the backliners of Na'Vi.
You've got offense, though. I mean, you've got the Yules on Mars, Blink on Tiny. That's got to be your initiation. You need damage. You need to be able to actually hit people in the face.
They're having a great time in RV. Look at these smiles.
One of the more emotional teams, not just this region, but the world. So when they're feeling themselves, you should be afraid. That is not the mindset you want to have Na'Vi in as they play against you. Chu is very dead.
Yeah, Chu's been found. So if they can catch G as well, they've got the slows. G will turn with the silence, but he doesn't catch Iceberg as Iceberg leans in with the shackle, chasing him down. 2 more kills for the mid-Wind Ranger as 18-7. A 4K lead starting to grow here for Na'Vi.
Thinking about Roshan now. Looks like that will be the answer. Soon to have a Deso on the PA. Like, this game just doesn't get any easier, and this is the last time, I promise, Owen, with that rotation top. Look at the net worth of the Tiny. Big part of that is he abandoned the mid lane to kill an objective that ultimately didn't really help them in the game. Shashlo as well, sort of suffering due to the lack of a place to go. And V-Tune's like, yeah, sure, whatever, man. I'll farm. That's cool. This was the plan all along.
Blink done for Nefrit. So next up it has to be the MKB, right?
Yeah.
There's...
You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
As you say. So if he can get the MKB, and then I guess after that he'll still go back for like the Basher, then there's a chance. You know, he gets in with the swipes on one of these cores. Maybe Nefrit can do it here on the bear. But he's still a whole item away from that circumstance. As Mello, he's been found trying to hit some of the creeps here. He tries to TP out. They have the damage.
Really well played, man. Roger has been absolutely everywhere this game. So many setups.
No, it's been a solid game. And as I said, you know, we did see before Ramses having a rough couple of ones. This game, he is doing just fine. Has he died at all, Ramses? He hasn't this game. 4-0-10, fitting in perfectly in this match. On top G, looking pretty dead here. Oh, the cookie actually might save him. Yeah, gets him out far enough. Roger and Ramses, though, still looking for the wraparound, and they've got the snipe there from Iceberg. Power shot finishes him off. It's 20-7. Na'Vi really ramping things up. They're on to the tier 2s now. And EXTREMUM, I mean, just buying time. They're buying time for the bear, for Nefrit, to get that MKB done on top of the Blink Dagger. Until that's there, I don't think we'll be seeing them try and have a fight. And what sort of progress is he making on it? Yeah, I mean, of course, it's still going to take a lot of time. It's still going to take a lot of time for him.
It's a tough game, Owen. Credit to Na'Vi. I think their lineup's just purely better, but...
And you said, well, you like the draft. Man. You feel that the draft just sort of really messed with what Nefrit had as an opportunity to take this game? Or?
Yeah, you can't pick Ursa here. Yeah. It just ruins your whole game. Your carry is not a real carry. He needs too many items, and Navi's PA is online, and Ursa, unfortunately, yeah, that's you signed up for that. You knew what you were getting into.
And of course, there's 70 seconds. Very painful for EXTREMUM. Without the Ursa farming, there's no progress towards that sort of point where maybe they'd have a call that's able to fight back. Shashlo in the mid, getting jumped. Buy himself a bit of time with the Yules. Continue to run, but immediately dragged back into the crit of Vincere.
They can just play so aggressive because they have no fear whatsoever. If BKBs are off cooldown, you just can't touch them. And yeah, that's a heat map to be proud of. Look at that. He's
been everywhere, Roger.
Taking territory all game long with no deaths. You know, credit to G. I'm a big fan of his Death Prophet, but I don't know if this is it.
Oh, easy.
Count that as a win. The Holy Locket.
All right, he's got the heals ready to go. Mech and the Locket, he can get someone pretty nicely topped up in the fights.
I can't be alone in like never being 100% sure what Holy Locket does.
It's the targeted wand. You can
I'm
out.
talking about pure numbers. Like this is one of those things like that new Twitch extension where you can see items. Like how
you
many
would be
people
hovering over the Holy Locket right now. Yeah.
I mean, it increases the healing pretty significantly. So the mech and the siphons are just incredibly powerful.
Basher done for V-Tune and Iceberg. He's in onto Mello. They're ready on the high ground. We will see them get the jump pods always want to fly. Actually, 2 buybacks coming out from Na'Vi supports. They really want to give this fight a go. As Nefrit, he's popped the Enrage. He's going to get back in over towards Ramses. Ramses will fall, but so does Nefrit. As the Ursa goes down, Roger gets the stun out onto Chu. V-Tune, he's taking down the 2 of them here. Shashlo's going to fall. Mello is able to toss back Iceberg, but they're chasing him down. Chu comes in with the blast and the cookie onto Roger, but the carapace is up. Chu, he'll turn with actually be able to bring down Roger here with the help of G and the little shredded damage there from Chu. V-Tune, the big crits. He's going to find a triple. He's going to get another. There's the ultras. He takes down G. He really wants it, V-Tune, but he's a little low. He's a little scared.
Oh, Aegis just faded.
And Mello is able to jump in. V-Tune still got a decent amount of HP to work with. He could get back in here, and he will. Jumps over, but always want to fly, actually the one to get the kill. So the rampage denied. I don't know if this kill's going to be quite soon enough, even if they get it. He's trying to get Shashlo. Shashlo on the retreat. As V-Tune, he's in, and it's just a little too slow. We'll give him the rampage. Rampage! You know, there we go.
Oh, what a highlight. V-Tune, the star of Na'Vi, with the rampage, but not quite. You know what? That's like the Galarraga perfect game, okay? If they changed it, if you actually went into the source code and you made it a perfect game, then it is. But if not, it's not one. That's not a rampage. We shouldn't give him credit for it. It took too long.
True, and rampages are even easier to get nowadays. There was an update where it did extend the window between the kills.
Yeah, so. No excuses.
No excuses, yeah. Here we go, 32-11, 14k lead now for Na'Vi. EXTREMUM going to be without Mello and Shashlo for a little bit here as this bottom rank's definitely going down. Vincere, he's just in. He's in onto Chu. Chu's gone. Always want to fly, does end up dying though. Nefrit's able to get him, but now he's got to try and find a way of getting back out. He's got a BKB, but he hasn't got enraged for 20 seconds as he's focus fired by Iceberg. He's just going to die underneath the tier 4s. They're looking to dive them toward the fountain. G back into the base. Iceberg getting low. Mello tried to get in to finish him off, but Mello's going to go down yet again. They're trying to fight back. They really are. Na'Vi just enjoying the moment here in this game. Shashlo, what can he do? There's no mid, no carry backing him up for a good bit of time. He's not even going to be able to get the jump. V-Tune just turns straight away, gets the bash. Another kill for V-Tune and EXTREMUM, they'll call it. GG as Na'Vi. They'll take this game one as it was indeed just